The majority of people that start Amazon FBA, they actually end up quitting before they ever get to the point of selling. And they do that because of one main reason. They can't find a product to sell, despite there literally being millions of product opportunities out there. Now, there's no denying that finding a product to sell on Amazon is hard, but most people, you probably included, are making it even harder, if not impossible, by approaching product research in entirely the wrong way. And because of that, you're creating a load of problems and obstacles unnecessarily. One of the biggest roadblocks that stops people from finding a product to sell on Amazon is their brain. Most people, and that's me included, have a brain that doesn't really like going out of its comfort zone by taking risks, especially when it comes to investing money. And that causes a big problem when it comes to finding a product to sell on Amazon. Because what generally happens is no matter how good a product opportunity looks, your brain is going to focus on the negatives and the downsides, no matter how small they may be. And you end up constantly talking yourself out of every opportunity that you find. Your brain doesn't want to push you out of your comfort zone, and it doesn't want you taking any risks. And when combined with Amazon FBA product research, that just makes sure that you're trapped in a never-ending cycle of looking for a perfect product, which ultimately makes you decide to give up because you're convinced there's nothing left to sell on Amazon. This trap of constantly analyzing products and focusing on the flaws whilst ignoring all upsides, that's really common. So don't worry if that sounds like something that you've been doing for the past number of months. To get past the roadblock of constantly searching for a product that has no flaws and is 100% going to be a success, you need to get into your head that this is a scenario that's never going to happen. And unless you can convince yourself of that, you're never going to be an Amazon FBA seller, a business owner, or somebody that is financially free. Every single business model out there, Amazon FBA or not, is going to have downsides, risks, and outcomes that you can't predict. And do you know what? That's okay. Being an entrepreneur is all about accepting those risks and downsides in exchange for being able to receive unlimited upsides. Now, just think to yourself, whenever you're doing your product research, that the absolute worst case scenario when it comes to choosing a product with Amazon FBA is that you lose a portion of your initial investment. But the best case scenario is that you create a 7 or even 8-figure business that generates huge sums of profits on a monthly basis. So accepting a small level of risk up front, that doesn't actually sound so bad when you phrase it like that, does it? The sooner that you can accept that every product out there is going to have flaws and risks, and that searching for a perfect product is just a complete waste of your time, the sooner you can start selling on Amazon and making some money. To help your brain accept this, just think of literally any product that you've happily purchased in the past and consider whether it was a perfect product with no downsides or flaws. I can guarantee you that even if you don't put your mind to this exercise, you'll still be able to come up with a long list of improvement points. Because guess what? No product is perfect. And despite the fact that you've now realized that the last product that you bought wasn't perfect by any means, on balance, you're probably still quite pleased that you purchased it, right? That's because despite the product having some flaws, it doesn't change the fact that the product that you did buy was functional, served its purpose, and probably did a better job than its competitors. And that is the mindset that you need to adopt whenever you are searching for a product to sell on Amazon. Get it into your head that the product is always going to have flaws, but unless they are huge ones, you should put them to one side and instead focus on questioning whether the product that you found has more advantages than disadvantages, and whether there is an opportunity for you to further improve the product versus what is already available on Amazon. And I promise you, in so many cases, the answer to that question there is going to be yes. So many sellers are selling products on Amazon where they don't have a clue what they're doing, and where there are actually lots of improvement points for people like us to make. Once you've got it in your head that no product is perfect, you'll be able to approach product research with a more open mind, which means that you'll be able to consider way more opportunities than before. Now, before you dive back into your Amazon product research like an excitable dog, make sure that you don't make another big mistake that I often see, which is not setting a realistic profit target that you want to achieve each month with your Amazon product. By skipping this step, you may as well be searching for a needle in a haystack, because without a profit target in mind, you're not going to have enough information to be able to understand whether a product that you found is worth your time in investigating further or not. And that ultimately is going to mean that you waste a ton of time looking at products that should have been eliminated from the word go, and eventually getting frustrated, demotivated, and just deciding that there's no products left to sell on Amazon. So before you crack on with your product research, you need to think about the minimum monthly profits that you want to achieve with a single Amazon product. And when you think of that figure, be as realistic and sensible as possible. One common trait that I see beginners making all the time is watching YouTube gurus boast about their 6- and 7-figure Amazon FBA profits, and then being influenced by those videos and setting their own earnings goals to similarly high amounts, when the reality is that they would be more than happy with an extra £500 or so per month. Now, setting a really high profit target straight off the bat, that is just going to severely restrict the number of products that you're able to look at, making product research an impossible task that kills your motivation and just makes you want to give up. Once you've decided upon a monthly earnings amount that you're happy with, you'll be able to quickly assess whether a product that you found is worth exploring further by following my simple rule. And that is that the revenue on Amazon for the product that you're looking at is at least 3 times your monthly profit target. So to check that, search for the product that you want to sell on Amazon, load up the Helium 10 Chrome extension, and then check the average revenue amount. If you see a revenue figure that's more than 3 times what you're looking to earn, then you know very quickly that it's a product that's worth investigating further. So if you're feeling fed up with doing your Amazon product research and you're feeling like you're not getting anywhere and you're making excuses to yourself like there's no products left to sell, just ask yourself whether you might be making the mistake of searching for a perfect product, or doing your product research but not actually knowing what it is that you're looking for. Once you've fixed both of these by working on your mindset and then setting a realistic earnings goal, you'll come to the same realization that I did, which is that there are thousands of product opportunities on Amazon just waiting to be discovered. With all that being said, if you're still really struggling with finding a product to sell with Amazon FBA, and you are still determined to become a full-time seller, then my biggest piece of advice is to seek guidance from somebody that knows exactly what to look for, like me. I run a beginner to advanced Amazon FBA training program called the Smashers Academy, and that includes step-by-step tutorials on how to find products to sell, as well as guidance on how to verify and then select any product that you find that's likely to give you the best chances of success. You'll also have me as your sparring partner, so if you're unsure about a possible decision that you need to make, you can reach out for an expert opinion from an experienced 7-figure seller. Alternatively, if you just prefer to outsource the process of product research entirely, then there are actually a number of options out there. You can find people that are willing to hunt for products for you on sites such as Fiverr or Upwork, or if you want an experienced company to do it for you, then you can use one such as AMZ Scout, and they offer a tailored service where they will send you 5 product ideas that their own experts have vetted for the marketplace that you want to sell in. Once you've got ideas given to you, you can actually go a step further and get another company to source the product on your behalf and negotiate for you too. Just make sure that before placing any order, regardless of whether you've placed it or a sourcing agent has placed it, make sure that you've verified that the product has demand and it's actually profitable. And if you're not sure of how to calculate your profit, you can check out my free Amazon profit calculator, or ask an accountant such as Awesome, who will help you understand exactly what it is to the penny. I hope that you guys have enjoyed the tips in this video. Regardless of how hard you're finding product research, make sure that you keep going. You never know how close you are to finding an amazing product to sell. It can just appear like that. Getting to the point of being an Amazon seller, it is a challenge, but if it was easy, everybody would be doing it and there would be no opportunity. So keep at it and think of the huge reward for doing all of that work up front. I'm telling you guys, it is absolutely worth it. I'll see you all next time.